What is up, everybody, and welcome to the Financial Wolf channel. So in today's video, it's kind of a special one. I am going to be interviewing a fellow investor that also makes YouTube videos. So his channel will be linked in the description. I'm going to be interviewing him today on a lot of different things. I'm going to explain that in the next clip here. Just kind of an intro, let you guys know what is going on in today's video. It's all about stock market investing. So unfortunately, if you're not interested, I'll have a video up in a couple days about phone flipping or something not about stock market investing. But if you're interested and you want to hear us out, go ahead and watch today's video. Give it a like and subscribe if you have not already. So I really do appreciate you guys being here, and go ahead and enjoy this interview. What is up, everybody, and welcome to the Financial Wolf channel. So today I'm here with Stas Serfes, special guest here today. We're going to be talking about, the markets, where we see them going in 2019, and also just simply like how he got started in investing. I'm going to be interviewing him today. And also, guys, his channel will be linked in the description, just to thank you for being here. So definitely subscribe to him if you're interested in stock market investing. So,
thanks so much for having me.
Yeah, this should be a pretty fun video. So Stas, you mentioned that you were into like all sorts of trading, swing trading, long-term investing. How did you get into this? And are you doing this full-time currently?
Yeah, for sure. So just a little background story on me. I got into investing at around like 17 years old, roughly like 17 and a half. And then I actually got into trading a little bit after that. So, how it went for me pretty much was that, I went to college starting out at like 18. I majored in marketing and finance. And then, as I got deeper into investing and trading, I really got passionate about that. And then, now I'm finishing off my 5th year in college, actually. And yeah, and I'm really interested, in just everything that's been going on in the markets right now. It's just been absolutely crazy. So.
Oh, okay. So you're in college, you're trading, and that's
I'm
really
in college trading. I've been scaling up this whole trading thing over these past couple of years, and right now it is my main source of income. And, I'm also doing some other e-commerce stuff. I flip on the side. I'm actually looking to get my real estate license as well, and really just looking at investment properties too right now. So
yeah, real estate.
A bunch of stuff going on for me, and it's just been great.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, real estate it's made the most millionaires in the world. It's definitely a great way to invest your money, that
Absolutely.
Rent out. And trading is also, a great way to build massive wealth. That's like the two ways, the two best assets.
Long-term investing, compound interest, dividend. I'm just interested in all of that, and it's just been a great journey so far. I'm loving every day,
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, so yeah, I got into trading, or investing, I guess, long-term investing last year when I was 15 years old. So basically, I just started out buying some stocks. My first stock was like $300. I try to put a little bit of money in there every single month. I make some money from flipping phones, and I just like to
Right.
I'm not really too into trading, but it's definitely something that's interesting, right? I mean, the returns are much higher. Obviously, there's more risk. But with the stock market volatility, it's that you can definitely make a lot of money.
Especially these past couple months. Yeah, from the beginning of October to now, it's been mayhem, honestly. Like the ups and downs, 700-point swings one day, down 1,000 points the next day. I mean, right now it's the best time for the trading environment, I think. Like volatility.
Yeah, because like Thursday, I believe, stocks were down like 700 points, and then they completely rebounded on Friday. So
yesterday,
calls or something like that. But I mean, it's also difficult to tell. But when that news comes out, the market's just reacting at crazy swings, right? Just
crazy.
Not like that, especially in
2017. Yeah, 2017 was a fantastic year. It was fantastic.
So are you doing any options, or are you just simply doing swing trades?
Now, mostly my strategy over the past couple of months, since honestly the beginning of October, has been mostly day trading. That's what I've been covering on the channel. The market that we're in right now, like I said, extremely volatile. So it's been kind of hard for me to actually take successful swing trades with the downturn of the market, right? It makes sense. Like you wouldn't swing trade Apple at $160 if it's heading down to 140 based on the trend, right?
Yeah.
So that's pretty much why I've been just, mostly focusing on, the volatility ETFs, inverse ETFs that trade on, the gold futures, natural gas, stuff like that we talk about, all the time on the channel. And, of course, I've been buying up some long-term positions over the past couple of weeks as well. So that's pretty much mostly my strategy right now.
Yeah, so like right now you're focusing on making that money with the swing trades, but you're obviously with stocks being undervalued, in my opinion. I see stocks are at very low evaluations, especially with company earnings. They're not terrible at all. Like
still not too bad. I mean, they've slowed down a bit over the past 2-3 years, but I mean that's expected with how long we've been in this bull run. So
yeah, it's definitely hard to beat how earnings were in the first half of the first quarter of 2018 and 2017. Right. They're just tremendous. It's very difficult to grow at crazy, insane numbers, like especially with Facebook. I have a big position in Facebook for my portfolio, but it's just because I mean so many users that people are freaking out. User growth can't grow, just like with Apple, like iPhone units can't grow. But there's definitely opportunity in terms of profitability with the companies, and especially with Apple in terms of 5G when that 5G iPhone comes out. That's why I really
that's the next big cycle. Yep.
Big thing, yeah. If you look into 5G, it's definitely a great opportunity for Apple. Like overall, I haven't started a position in the company yet, but currently they're a falling knife. I definitely think they'll be in that 130 range, 140 range.
Yeah, honestly, especially with the revenue cuts that they just came out with a couple days back, and weakening sales in China, which is one of the biggest markets, obviously. I do see Apple going down to 130, maybe even lower. We really can't tell right now, but I think there's always potential downside in the type of market we're in with all this volatility. I think a lot of things can happen.
Yeah. And going into that, like with that whole trade war thing, if this trade war gets settled in 2019, the markets are just going to shoot up, in my opinion, unless we're in some sort of recession, which, I mean, we're not, no indications of that right now from what I'm seeing. But yeah, that trade war gets settled, Trump settles with China's president, I definitely see the market shooting up. But we'll really see. What are your thoughts on that in 2019?
Honestly, my thoughts on this, it's we are towards the end of an economic and market cycle right now, in my personal opinion, right? Since the huge crash in 2008, I mean, it's been about 10, 11 years, and typically over time, I mean, we see a recession, a stock market crash every 5 to 10 years. So I'm kind of cautious in 2019. I view it as a good buying opportunity for if you have a 5-10 year outlook, but with everything going on, rising interest rates, obviously the trade war right now, the economy isn't as great as it was about 2-3 years ago. It's sort of
definitely is slowing down.
I do think there's downside looking in the 1 to 2 year range right now, which again, if you believe in the markets long term, which I know you do, I for sure do, like in the 10-year outlook, I think right now in the next year or two, very great buying opportunities if we do end up, into a recession. Just my personal opinion. But if we're looking at the economy as a whole right now, I mean, it's not looking too bad in a sense that, oh my God, we're going to have a recession, right? Because unemployment is at about 3.9%. GDP is actually doing pretty solid if we're looking at the trend, the past couple of years. So I think we're not weakening as an economy. I think the stock market's overreacting quite a bit, but I do think there is downside, if that makes sense,
Yeah. I mean, obviously the economy is slowing down, especially from 2017. From what I've looked, I wasn't in the market at that time, but that's when I really began looking into it. And the markets were doing very well in that year, and definitely the economy has slowed down since then. But it's still, historically doing very well. And if you really believe in the markets over the long term, I mean, it's not a big deal. Like if you bought at the peak of 2007, you'd still be up 80%, 90%. And the savings account, it would have been like 10%.
I mean, exactly. If you believe in the market 10, 20 years, you can pick stocks that you think are going to do well, and you'll most likely make money if they don't disappear,
Has trading been better with the volatility? Because there's definitely a lot of money to be made. I know big investment firms like Morgan Chase make money in volatility.
Exactly. That's when the big trading banks they make the most money because people are buying, selling all the time, commission coming in, and that's for sure when there's the most trading because that's what's causing the volatility.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So are you doing pretty well from before with trading? You focusing more
Oh
on that?
yes. So just to go back to what we started off this video with, yeah, I started investing when I was 17 with the more. I've always had the long-term aspect, right? Because even earlier than that, when I was like literally a kid, I used to go to my grandparents' house back in New York, and my grandfather actually always used to watch the stock market on the TV, and I would always sit with him and watch the news and all the tickers and stuff like that. So I always had that interest, and I always had that longer term aspect. And when I started when I was 17, that's what I came into, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bought some index funds, whatever, index ETFs, stuff like that. And then
Yep.
I started to get deeper into stock picking, right? Looking at fundamentals, looking at the balance sheets, the income statements, conference calls, stuff like that. Excuse me. And then I got that's when I got into trading when I was about like 18 and a half, 19, about a year and a half. And then I got into, the whole swing trading. And at that point in time, right, swing trading was great because back in like, what year was this? Like 2014, 2015, the markets were like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Swing trading was much easier when the markets were, overall in that bull run going up. There wasn't much volatility. And, that's pretty much when I got into swing trading and the whole day trading thing. It's just been a grind though over the past 3-4 years, getting to where I am right now for sure though.
Uh-huh.
A lot of studying, a lot of everything. Losses. I've taken big losses, and I've also made a pretty good amount of money on trades, right? So
Yeah.
you just got to master the craft, right? It's a craft, 100%.
Yeah, there's definitely a system when it comes to trading, right? It's not just
strategy.
guesswork. Yeah, people always think it's risky, but if you know what you're doing, if you're looking at those charts,
Right.
you know what you're looking at, right?
It's risky. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's not the safest thing out there. I mean, but hey, we all signed up for this,
Yeah. So in terms of me, I'm mainly doing individual stocks, but I'm trying to kind of change my portfolio where I'm doing like half index funds, half like actual individual stock picking, just because I kind of enjoy picking stocks for myself.
Oh yeah,
instead of
sure.
buying a fund. It's more interesting for me because I get to look into that specific company. Because in terms of like in buying an S&P 500 index, you only own like a small portion of all these companies, and it's like
exactly
difficult to keep track of like the overall all the businesses, what's going on.
Yeah,
and that's what
I agree.
Stocks. So
It's way more fun look picking stocks. I love it.
Yeah.
It doesn't get old.
Yeah, it's definitely cool. Like I really do look forward to seeing how the market does in 2019. I'm definitely the trade war is a big part of it.
Absolutely.
How everything's going to turn out. So should be really good. We'll see. We'll see. So anything else you would like to add to kind of wrap this video up?
If you're out there and you're trying to become a trader or an investor, you have to put in the work, guys. A lot of people in today's society, a lot of people that hit me up, message me on Instagram, whatever it may be, they want that instant gratification. They want that money right then and there. But if you have an outlook on the economy, the U.S. stocks, everything that's going on right now, in this world, right? This market's going to go up over time, and you have to just put the work in to figure out how to make money in individual stocks and with trading, right? And if you're trading, paper trading at first, 100%, so you can just practice with fake money, right? And you can make all your losses, mistakes with that money, and then once you feel comfortable with your strategy with paper trading, whatever you may be doing, day trading, swing trading, then you could swing that money over, start a real account with your actual saved money, and you'll feel more comfortable without having that, thought of losing all your money, right? So definitely just doing your own research, putting the hours in every single day, make it your obsession to be the best trader, investor possible. That's really all I can say.
Yeah, you're definitely right. But I mean, I started paper trading, like even though I did long-term investing, I learned how to look at a balance sheet. I learned how to analyze income statements. I learned how to, interpret the ratio, PE ratios, price to earnings,
metrics.
Yeah, I learned how to analyze all that, and I was still, I was trading with fake money. I was using a website, I believe it was called How the Market Works. I mean, you get like $100,000 virtual cash, you invest it, and you can even get started with like $300. I think that was my first investment. I mean, obviously don't expect to make like $500 out of the trade. Don't even like expect to make $50 out of the trade, right? You might lose money, but it's
Right.
definitely that experience of that $300 is worth like it's worth way more than that $300 because
It's more because you can scale up, right?
exactly, yeah. I mean, just learning how to invest with like a small amount of money, like if you're getting started with like 200,000, like it's definitely risky because I mean you have a lot of money to lose then.
There's always that you can always scale up. That's the great thing about trading and investing, because it's a percent game, right? It's not a money game. It's a percentage game. How much you can gain on each trade or on long-term investments, right? And you can plug in whatever amount of money into that and it multiplies, right? It's just
Yeah,
a percentage game.
yeah, and the sooner you get started, the more compound interest will be your god. Like Warren
Exactly.
Buffett, right?
Of
Bought
course.
his first stock at 11 years old, and look at him now,
Oh man,
accumulating
I love
billions
that.
of dollars of wealth. So definitely a great way. So guys, just get started. As he said, paper trading first. Learn how to analyze stocks, and then you can get started with any amount of money. So definitely appreciate you being here, Stas. It was great having you on the channel. Again, he'll be linked in the description. So if you guys want to learn about stock market investing, go ahead, check out his channel. He's got a lot of good content on there. This video will also be up on your channel, right?
It'll be on mine.
Awesome. So definitely
Comment.
appreciate you being there. So thank you guys all, and peace out.
See you guys.
Okay, guys, so that is going to about wrap up today's video. Thank you so much if you made it to the end. I really appreciate you guys that watched all the way to the end. That means you're dedicated to learning about stock market investing, and I really do hope that this video brought you guys some value. So if you enjoyed today's video, please be sure to drop a like. Also, comment down below why you enjoyed today's video or what you learned from today's video. I love responding to comments. I respond to every single comment that you guys leave, so please be sure to leave a comment, and also subscribe to both mine and Stas Serfes' YouTube channel if you enjoyed today's video. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in just a couple days with another upload.